Hello guys, week number 8 and I hope you're doing well. Sana nakapag-dopamine detox ka, sana gradually nakatanggal ka ng mga unnecessary pleasures sa buhay. But if not, okay lang yan. As long as you're doing it, unti-unti, as long as your trajectory papunta dun sa focus, sa pag-declutter, you're doing fine. So ngayon naman, week number 8, I just want to give some notes about this and I don't want you to take this in a wrong way. So gagawin natin sa week number 8, ipa-play lang natin yung replay ng previous season's video. And the reason for that, hindi tinatamad si Coach. Actually, ginawa ko na yung script. And when I was about to record a new one, nung nakita ko yung week 8 na replay nung last season, nakita ko na sobrang daming back and forth between me and the clients. So yung ipa-play kasi natin, yun yung time na ginagawa ko pa itong Kaizen ng live. So ang daming questions, ang daming concerns, ang daming challenges na nasagot ko on the spot during the training. So alam niyo, maraming nuances, ang daming tiny little details, like every slide, may tanong sila, tapos magsasagot ako. So yun yung ayoko ma-miss out, kaya nag-decide ako na i-play na lang ulit yung previous video. Pag mga kasi ako ng bago, etong slide lang i-discuss ko. Okay, so clear tayo doon. And I promise you na itong week lang yung magiging replay. So the rest, magkikreate ng bago. So another minor, very, very minor na change lang na nangyari is madadaanan nyo tong slide later on. Ang suggestion pa namin dito is yung 1% weekly weight loss. And the reason for this was nung time na ni-record namin yung video na to, yung ipa-play namin, ang audience namin dito is puro men lang talaga. Parang 99% men, pang less than 5 lang yung women. But now, marami tayong babae. So I would advise na yung mga girls, pag dumating kayo sa slide na to, instead na marinig nyo 1% weekly weight loss, isipin nyo lang yung ideal weight loss for women, which is 0.7%. So yun lang naman, very minor adjustment. And one last thing, since halfway na tayo, please stay until the end kasi may bibigay akong mga reminders and notes about this week's action items. So magre-renew tayo ng 2.0 character worksheet nyo. Tatawagin natin siyang 2.0 manifesto. Instead na puro text lang, description ng bago mong character, lalagyan natin ng mga kung ano pa, like yung vision board, like di ba inaral nyo na sa mission statement writing workshop, i-apply natin dito. So don't miss this out. Stay until the end and enjoy this week's lesson.
Week number 8, welcome. How to perform even better in the next 50 days and smash your 100-day body physique. So itong lesson na to actually is not going to be, I'm not going to mind blow you again. Parang week 7, more like recap and just really hammering the importance of the things that we already discussed. So medyo recap lang to, but again, repetition is the mother of all learning. And sa huli, may ibibigay akong tool sa inyo. The tool that I have been using since nung nag-start ako ng entrep journey ko, and I think I will credit that tool sa lahat ng successes na nakukuha ko up until now. Pera, fitness, relationship, everything. So start tayo. So here's what we're going to cover. How to predict your transformation and never worry about your progress again. 40-day wow results from a Kaizen client after applying the power of consistency and adjustment. So ito, lupit talaga nito eh. How to know if you still have a lot of fat to lose in only 5 seconds. Hindi mo lang ng tools na kung ano-ano. The biggest mistake most knowledgeable people in fitness make, which is kayo, kasi alam nyo na yung mga pinaka-importante sa fitness, that causes them to not get any results. How to get even better results in the next 50 days. The tool that I use that made me a high performer in fitness, business, personal life, and relationships. So ito, medyo mabilis lang kasi kagabi ko lang talaga ito ginawa. Yeah. So dito muna tayo. Answering some of the most common and most hindering concerns that prevent you, the client, from getting results. Yan, favorite ko to, Carlo. So, first concern. Second, hinanay ko na sila kasi parang same energy sila, same ano lang naman sila. So, nababawasan naman ako ng weight, pero hindi babago katawan ko. And number 2, laki na nang nabawasan, pero wala pa rin akong abs. So, meron bang nag-worry dito? Meron bang same concern? Like yung andi dito? Oh, madami pala. Number 1. Okay, so sakto, no? Okay. So nababawasan naman ako ng weight pero hindi babago ang katawan ko, lang na nung nabawas sa akin pero wala pa rin akong abs. Okay. So para mas maintindihan natin to, tirahin lang natin sa ibang angle tong mga na-discuss natin previous lessons. So how to predict your transformation and never worry about your progress ever again. So anong una, ito na rin, itong starting point mo, anong una mong gagawin? Step 1, consistently do the work. Yun yung week 1 and week number 2 natin, yung habits and yung program. Ano yung mga yan? The workouts, hit calories, protein, hit your daily step target. So yun yung una-una. Step 2, check your metrics. Ano yung mga metrics na yan? Diniscuss natin sa week number 3, gym progression, yung sa strong up, weighing scale, tape measure. And after nun, check your metrics, and if they are not moving in the right direction, make adjustments in step number 1. So dito ka mag-adjust. So kaya lagay natin siya dito. So step 1. And step number 3, if the metrics in step number 2, which are this, are moving in the right direction, then that will take care of your transformation. Automatic na yan. Ang kailangan mo nang gawin, you just have to wait. Kuha ba yan? So hindi natin, kasi moving forward, kunwari ako nag-wait ako, kunwari nag-focus ako dito lang, tapos ito yung scoreboard ko, pag depende sa galaw nito, adjust ako dito. So yan lang finokus ko, ganyan-ganyan lang siya. Hindi ko inisip to. So ano mangyayari? I just have to wait. So nag-wait ako, ganyan siya. So mangyayari, hindi ko kailangan, for me to get this, hindi ko kailangan mag-focus dito. Kahit nga ignore ko na yan eh. Kasi ito yung magdidictate yan. I just have to focus here, and ito yung magdidictate dito sa lalabas dito, and yung lumalabas dito, siya yung magdidictate sa magiging itsura ko. Okay ba yun? So pwede rin natin sila i-categorize dito sa 3 buckets. Things you can control, so put all your focus here, kasi ito lang na may control tayo. Things you can only influence. So look at this as basis for your next moves. Yun lang. Huwag kayo maging attached. Dito ay maging attached. So titignan lang natin to at yan yung magsasabi anong gagawin natin dito. And this one, things you can influence the least. Actually, things outside of your control to yung ano mo, I mean yung nangyayari sa katawan mo. So never, ever worry about this. So the mistake is putting majority of your worry on the things you have little control. So dito papasok yan. Nababawasan naman ako ng weight pero hindi nagbabago ang katawan ko. Laki na nang nabawas sa akin pero wala pa rin akong abs. So parang di ba, instead of step 1, dito tayo mag-focus. Dito, di ba? Step 1 dito. Tapos yun yung mag-influence dito. Tapos ito yung mag-influence dito. Tumatalon agad tayo pag gano'n. Eh, sinasabi naman ito, okay naman progress mo eh. Parang gumagalaw naman eh. Kaya maganda progress mo, you're doing great, sabi nito. Sabi nitong dalawa pala. Then ang ibig sabihin nun, you just have to wait. Siya yung automatic nang magpuproduce ito. Okay ba guys? Nasagot ba nung mga nag-me kanina yung mga yung mga concerns nila yung number 1 and 2? Nasagot ba nito yung ano? JR, opo. Yeah, weekly pinapasayo naman ako ng measurements ko. Yeah, so ito kung gumagalaw to, if these are telling you good stuff, then siya na yung bahala dito. Hindi na natin kailangan mag-worry dito. So may delay lang. Kaya ang tawag dito, lagging indicator. Itong dalawa, lagging indicator. So ito yung lead indicator, ibig sabihin ito yung may control tayo. Pag ginawa natin to, may delay lang, maapektuhan niya to. Pag naapektuhan niya to, may delay pa para maapektuhan niya. So para mas magets natin, ito yung isang malupit na Kaizen member, si Danny. So pati ako na wow dito. So ang ginawa ni Danny, step 1, do the work. Ang ginawa niyan, workout siya, calories, protein, step target, 30K pa to sa kalye. Tapos, check niya yung metrics niya, and nag-a-adjust siya. Kung ano sabihin na metrics, yun yung, doon na-base yung gagawin niya dito. So for 40 plus days, Danny put all his focus on the things he has a lot of control of. Ito yun. Hindi naman niya inisip yung ganito. So ang nangyari, since pinunta niya yung focus niya dito, tapos ito yung scoreboard niya, tapos adjust lang, the transformation took care of itself. Galing, di ba? Parang 5 weeks na nakuha niya. So that's the power of consistency and adjustment. Nayado si Dan. Okay, so ito, alam ko ito yung nakadikit sa, sa question yun kanina, yung 1 and 2. Diba, ito yun eh. Kasi coach, sobrang payat ko na pero wala pa akong abs. Baka pangit genetics ko, baka wala talaga akong abs. Parang ilang kilos na nabawas sa akin. Ganyan-ganyan. Wala pa rin yung katawan na gusto ko. Si Giancarlo, tinuhaan ka ba? So ito yan, ito sagot yan. Losing a lot of weight does not automatically mean na sobrang payat mo na and abs should already be showing. Kasi ang magdidictate ng abs natin is yung body fat percentage natin. Pero hindi naman natin kailangan malaman yung body fat percentage natin to get the abs. Para lang bumaba yung body fat natin, we just have to lose weight. So itong sobrang payat, this is very subjective. So let's say you have, for you to get abs, let's say, example lang, for you to get abs, you need to lose 100 pounds. Example lang, 100 pounds yung kailangan mo para maabot mo yung parang 10% body fat. So, nabawasan ka na ng 50 pounds. So, it seems a lot, di ba? Dami na eh. Dami na nun. 50 pounds na ako. Then it doesn't mean na sobrang payat mo na. Ibig sabihin lang nun, you lost a lot of weight. 50 pounds yun, malaki talaga yun. Pero since mataas yung body fat mo, yun yung reason bakit hindi pa lumalabas si abs.
So ito, may papakita ko sa inyong trick, 5-second trick, para malaman nyo kung madami pa kayong fat na aalisin para lumabas yung abs. So sa mga season 1, alam na nila to. So na yan, kurot. Yan, kurot technique. So pag madami ka pa nakukurot sa belly, side belly, or anong part pa yan, so side belly kasi dyan pinakamadami yung fat cells, that's an indication that you're still carrying a lot of body fat. So dakma ka pa yung sa akin, sabi ni Billy. So ayan yung 5-second trick. Kasi yung lahat ng, tandaan natin to, lahat ng nakukurot natin, fat yon. Kasi we can't pinch a muscle. Lahat na nakukurot natin sa body parts natin, pisilin nyo yung tagiliran nyo dyan, yung legs nyo dyan, kung gaano kakapal yan pa yung kailangan yung alisin para lumabas yung abs nyo. So let's say nabawasan ka na 50 pounds, pero ang dami pa nakukurot. Oh, it doesn't mean na sobrang payat mo na. Actually, kaya lang siguro nasabi mo sobrang payat mo na kasi you're so used to yung old person na medyo malaki. Diba? Kung overweight ka, tapos nawalan ka ng maraming fat, of course, di ba, mag-shrink ka talaga nun. In fairness, nalaman ko lang ng change na belly ko dahil lang sa pagkurot. So, ayun guys, lahat na nakukurot, taba yun. So, example nito, yung wrist natin, itong wrist, walang taba yan. Ito yung part na walang taba. Try nyo siya kurutin. Tignan mo, puro balat lang yung makukurot. Kasi wala siyang fat. Pwede. Ako kumukurot sa iba eh. Sa'yo lang, pag iniisip nyo, marami pa kaya, sobrang payat ko na kaya, kurutin mo lang. So, ganyan yung pinagawa ko kay John Carlo. Ano ba yung sagot mo sa akin, Carlo? Marami ka pa nakukurot. Kasi yun yung exact talaga niya, statement niya. Feeling niya sobrang payat na daw. Wala pa yung abs niya. O yan, kurot-kurot lang. Pag marami pa, o yan, diet pa. Yan lang. So if your abs are still not showing despite losing a lot of weight, it's not because you have shitty genetics. It's just because you still have more body fat to lose. So lose more weight. Kasi wala namang ibang way to get abs. Yun lang talaga. Nanonood ako Batman 2 weeks ago, lamig sa theater, yung arms nasa loob ng t-shirt, buong movie kinukurot ka sa sarili. Meron ako friend na pag inaantok siya, kinukurot niya yung sarili niya. So move tayo, dito pa rin papasok yan. So kung marami ka pa nakukurot, diba, just do the work, check the metrics, adjust, and not worry about this. 10K, 10 kurots. So move tayo sa next concern. So consistent naman ako sa habits, workout, and hitting calories, pero hindi gumagalaw yung weight ko and measurements ko. So ito, meron bang may concern dito? Kasi marami kaming encounter ni Coach Carlo, may mga na-interview rin si Coach Carlo. Ito yung concern sila. Meron ba dito? Wala? Okay, discuss pa rin natin. Baka nasa sila? Team replay. Okay, maliit paggalaw. Okay, yun. Pasok din dito yun. Bless. Napapagalan sila, consistent naman sila, pero bagal daw bumaba. Tingnan. Meron ba dito ron? Palitan natin ito yung hindi gumagalaw. Mabagal gumalaw. Me po, pero okay na now. Me. Okay, so yan, pasok dito. Slow progress. Yeah, okay, slow progress. Ito yung mga slow progress. So consistent naman ako sa habits, workout, hitting calories, pero hindi gumagalaw or mabagal gumalaw yung weight and measurements ko. So sa mga nakakalam, anong sagot? Saan sila nagkulang? Anyone? Accuracy, WCAA, adjustment. Okay, tama. Make adjustments by adding reducing calories activity. Kasi sinasabi na sa'yo nito, na mabagal progress mo. Di ba meron na tayong may standard na tayo, di ba yung 1%? So kung yun na yung sinasabi nila, then ito na yung gagawin natin in WCAA, as long as, of course, WCAA are checked. Yun lang. That's just it. Yung week number 3 natin. So ito, gusto ko lang i-hammer ulit yung importance ito kasi ito talaga, sobrang importante talaga dito. Naalala ko yung week 1 natin, di ba? Nag-score tayo dun sa 5 steps to getting your wow transformation. Marami nagsagot na hindi importante yung adjustment. So very, very important siya. And step number 2, check your metrics. If they are not moving, make adjustments. Step number 1. Ito, di ba yung umpisa ng week 3 natin, recap natin, di ba? Tinanong ko doon, is it possible to score high every week? So pwede natin substitute yung score high every week na, is it possible to be consistent the whole time and still not achieve an amazing transformation? And the answer for that is yes, because our body always adapts. So we need to continuously make adjustments. If we don't, our consistency with getting high scores won't produce a dramatic physical transformation. So kaya ang sabi natin doon, ang conclusion natin doon, you have to score high every week and apply adjustments. So ayan yun, right sequence for making adjustments. Kunwari ito, nakita ko lang sa leaderboard natin, chinek ko siya, cutting siya, pero nag-gain siya ng 34.34 kilos from last week. So cutting siya, pero nadagdagan siya ng weight. So chinek ko yung calories niya, steps niya, consistent naman siya.
So, ang gagawin niya, for him to lose weight, kasi cut siya, yun lang, step 1, WCAA, check. O, kung check niya yan, tape measure next, o no good sign, adjust na calories, adjust na activity. Yun lang, hindi natin pwede, example nito, ito, hindi niya pwede sabihin na, consistent naman ako, perfect score ko lagi. Hinihit ko yung 1.6 calories ko, 1.8 calories ko average. Walang mintis. Consistent ako, accurate ako, paulit-ulit lang yung pagkain ko, pero bakit wala nangyayari sa akin? So, ang mali nun, hindi niya ginawa to. Which is the crucial part. Kasi itong pagiging consistent natin, pagtatrack natin ng data natin, mga mini habits natin, saka yung calories natin, tape measure natin, para lang makakuha tayo ng data, ano yung gagawin natin dito. So kung wala na tayong nakitang galaw dito sa metric natin, sa weight natin, sa measurements natin, then ito na yung next move. Parang ano lang yan, proactive, reactive. So instead of us reacting dito sa, consistent ako, hindi gumagalaw yung weight ko. Kasi we can only influence this, di ba? Yun yung sabi natin doon sa kanina. Dito na tayo, adjust na tayo. So ito, if you will remember, and example natin si Lex, dun sa week number 3 sa adjustment. So sabi niya, paano kung stagnate na yung weight ko over the past 2 months? Naka-calorie deficit ako. 2 months na daw siya, so stuck siya sa weight niya, 1,650 calories. So anong gagawin? Right sequence, WCAA checklist, tape measure, o kung stuck ka na, you have to adjust your calories. Kasi sabi ko sa MF noon, hindi natin pwede, kunwari, you're consuming 1.6 calories and you're not losing weight anymore kahit check lahat yung WCAA at yung tape measure. Hindi natin pwede i-wish na yung 1,650 calories na yun, someday mag-lose tayo. Parang hindi natin pwede dasalan yan. Hindi natin pwede, sana next week mag-lose na ako sa 1,6. Sana next year, 1,6 mag-lose na ako. Hindi na tayo, yun nga, di ba yun yung data na sinasabi, yung data sinasabi sa atin na yung 1.6, hindi na yan yun. Nag-adapt na yung katawan natin dyan, so we have to adjust. So same with, kahit palitan natin to, nag-stagnate o na-stop. Palitan natin 2 months na mabagal yung weight loss ko, averaging 1.6 calories ako. This applies to that as well. So kung mabagal yung weight loss mo, ito rin yung solution. So sabi ni Ram, Coach, hindi na-achieve ang 1% weekly sa weight pero nababawasan body measurements, should adjust na ba sa calories, weight, ang primary measure. So Ram, yung pag ganyan, kunwari hindi mo naabot yung 1% weekly weight loss, pero mabagal, pwede mong gawin yan, kung nababawasan din yung measurements, pwede mong gawin dyan, you just have to be conservative sa adjustment mo. So instead of reducing like 200 to 300 calories, parang 100 lang to 200 lang. 500, add ka lang 500 to 1,000 steps. So ganun lang, pwede naman tayo maging conservative. Hindi naman yung drastic agad, reducing 100, adding 1,000 steps. Hindi, kasi mabagal naman yung weight loss. So if your weight is not moving anymore or moving slowly despite your consistency in doing the habits and taking off the WCAA checklist plus measurements, then no physical transformation will happen until you make some adjustments to your calories and activity. The magic is in the consistent adjustment. So kaya ako nag-post nito sa Kaizen, March 8. Nag-post ako about ruthless in making adjustment. Don't forget to be ruthless in making adjustment. So highlight lang natin ito. So aim natin yung losing close to or at 1% of your body weight per week. Pag cutting ka, so we're talking about those who are trying to lose weight, which is the majority here. And if we're not getting that, adjust agad. So aim natin yung losing close to or at 1% of your body weight per week. And if we're not getting that, adjust agad. So ito yung para sa sabi mo bagal na yung weight loss ko. So yun na, adjust agad. As long as WCAA and tape measure, na-checkan natin sila. So para makuha natin yung 1% ng body weight natin, just multiply your current weight, whether pounds or kilograms, to 0.01 to get your target weekly weight loss goal. So myself as an example, 71 kg ako, times 0.01, 0.71 kg weight loss per week ang i-goal ko dapat. So paano kung nabawasan lang ako ng 0.2 kg? Hindi ko sasabihin nun, consistent naman ako, ang bagal ng progress ko. Ang gagawin ko, I'm gonna adjust na. Kasi hindi ko nakukuha yung 1%. So ito, apply natin kanina dun sa Kaizen member. Hindi na siya nabawasan. Yung in fact, nadagdagan pa siya. So na first step, WCA, tape measure. Check, all check. Okay na, walang dalawang measurements. Then adjust na. Reduce calories, 200, 300, add 1 to 2,000 steps. Or combination of both, or isa lang. Kung gusto ayaw mo na magbawas ng food, taas mo yung steps mo. Adjust either or both until you hit the minus 1% weekly weight loss target. Okay ba ito guys? Nasagot ba yung mga mabagal yung weight loss? Nababagalan sila sa progress nila? Ayun lang, we have to be proactive about it. Di ba? Meron naman tayong data. Kompleto naman data natin. Meron tayong weight natin, meron tayong WCA, calories natin, steps natin, tape measure tayo. So if these are telling,
us that we're not moving in the right direction, ito na yung next steps. Hindi natin pwede ipilit na, kailangan ko mabawasan. So, kailangan natin may gawin. Yun yung mag-focus dun sa things we have control of. Yun yung pag-adjust, yun yung pag-hit ng calories, yun yung activity. So, ito, pakita ko lang ulit. So, pinakita ko to sa week number 3. Sabi ko doon, after week 3, every week we do the adjustments. So, aggressive adjustment. Provided that WCA checklist plus tape measure are all checked, more frequent adjustments will produce much quicker results. Escape velocity will be achieved much sooner. So, ang isang mali sa nakikita ko sa mga clients, of course, siguro nakakalimutan nyo, ito kaya nire-remind natin, is yun nga, aantayin pa nila na parang, kung kunwari, week 2, hindi na nababawasan yung weight nila, kahit may WCA checklist, saka tape measure, at hindi pa agad nag-adjust. Hindi immediate yung adjustment. Parang aantayin pa nilang mag-week number 6, week number 7, bago mag-adjust. So yun, medyo may delay na. Mas mabagal yung progress mo pag ganun. Kasi kulang yung adjustments. So this is the biggest mistake. The biggest mistake, most knowledgeable people in fitness, kayo yun. Kasi yun nga, alam nyo na yung paano tama gawin. Diba? Alam nyo na yung principles ng fitness, yung mga pinaka-importante. So the biggest mistake that you guys make, most of you guys make, is seeing their metrics not moving anymore in the right direction, yet failing to make immediate adjustments. So again, recap. The biggest mistake is seeing this. Ito, diba, inalisa natin yan. Seeing this and not doing anything about this. Seeing this, hindi na gumagalaw, wala nangyari, and not doing this. Okay guys, may question ba dito sa adjustment part? Carl, isn't weekly adjustment too quick, coach? Provided na check mo lahat yung WCA natin, di ba, on point yung checklist mo, tape measure mo, hindi naman too quick yung adjustment na yun. Tsaka, hindi naman tayo hindi naman every week na magdededuct tayo ng 500. So, ang ibig ko lang sabihin sa pagiging aggressive sa weekly adjustment is every week, check natin lahat ng data natin. And kung wala na siyang galaw or mabagal yung galaw natin, we can do conservative adjustment. Basta parang tuloy-tuloy, parang progressive, di ba? Yung sa workout natin, progressive overload, every week tayo nag-adjust. Add ng weight, add ng reps, add ng ganito. So ganun din yung weekly adjustment with regards to our activity and calories. Kasi if we're not, let's say, 1 week, on point lahat, sobrang check mo yung WCA, calories mo, accuracy mo, ulit-ulit ka na ng kinakain, tape measure mo, sinasabi wala nagbabago. Then pag nag-wait ka pa ng 1 week, 2 weeks, parang sayang yung time. Di ba? Pag nag-wait ka pa ng 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, bago ka mag-adjust, ang dami ng time na. Parang you're living a lot of weight loss, a lot of progress in the table. So wala namang masama kung ayaw mo magmadali. Pero yun nga, ang goal kasi natin is to achieve escape velocity, is to make you see a lot of quick wins kasi yun yung magmo-motivate sa'yo. Yun yung magpapagana sa'yo lalo yung makita mo yung progress mo. So systems thinking, second, third, fourth order effect nun, makita mo, wow, ang bilis ng progress. Gusto ko pa i-continue. Gusto ko pa to. So yun yung goal. Kaysa yung slacking off ka na every 10 weeks ka na nag-adjust, diba sabihin, ang usual reaction nun, ay wala naman akong progress, nakakatamad na. Ayun na, mag-snowball na siya. So yun, weekly adjustment is not quick naman as long as you're doing enough adjustment, not drastic. Huwag ka lang mag-add siguro ng kunwari 1 week hindi ka bawasan, add ako ng 10K steps. Gawin ko 20K. Yun yung medyo big talon. Okay guys, may question ba sa adjustment? Les, nasagot ba yung ilan calories sa 69 kilos mo na cutting? Actually, parang mabot ko ng 1.5 ata, 1.6. Okay na yung mga, sino pa ba yung kanina? Sila Billy, sila John said, Leira, okay na to? Meron kayong wala kayong tanong dito. Okay, natanong na kayo before we move forward para ma-discuss ko yung Kasi ito, crucial talaga ito, important. Super, super duper important to. Coach, paano yung tumaas weight after refeed tapos more than a week after bumaba sa dati? So parang nag-refeed ka 2 days and then the whole week in yung weight mo. Something like that. Tama ba? Oh yeah, I think you just have to continue lang yung usual mo. And then yun, make adjustments as long as it's needed. So observe mo this week, make it, do your best para ma-checkan yung WCAA, tapos tape measure. Then kung mabagal pa rin, you just have to adjust. Yung taasan yung steps or babaan yung calories. Coach, ilang beses kayo nag-adjust from 78 to 69? Siguro mga 3 beses. Tapos start ako, 2,000 calories, 1.8, 1.7, 15K steps, umabutin ako. Kasi ito, medyo mahirap.
Is it okay to benchmark, coach? Like, sino dito ang high weight at what weight lumabas abs nila and what the lowest calorie para know what to go through pa to get there? Word lang ako, current calorie ko ay kaya ko pa ibaba and how far pa kaya? Okay, so eto Ram, medyo individual din to. Like, marami dito na, like ako, for example, di ba 150 pounds lang ako, 69 kg. I can eat at 2,000 to lose weight, 1,800 to lose weight. So medyo, individual talaga. Depende to sa metabolism natin. Hanggang ilang calories, pwede ba coach? So, babae, 1,2, 1,1. Then just bawi sa calories, sa steps. So, wala namang limit yung ito yung question na to. Hanggang ilan ba pwede baba yung calories? Figure wise, parang, yeah, mababa yung 1,2, yung 1,1. But if your body is telling you that you're not losing weight at 1,3 anymore, diba, what choice do you have? So pwede ang choice mo doon is, you go the other way. You go bulking, you go reverse. Or taasan mo yung steps mo if you want to continue losing weight. Coach, yeah, what's a sustainable calorie reduction per week and steps activity addition every week? So ako, kung ito attorney, dalawang option. So if your weight is stuck, hindi mabagal, stuck. So pwede ka mag-reduce ng 200, 300 calories sa intake. Sa steps, siguro 1,000, 2,000. So either or naman yun, or combine both. Pero kung mabagal lang naman yung weight loss, kung babagal lang kahit hindi mo naabot yung 1%, pwede ka maging conservative. Yun yung nabanggit ko kanina kaya. Sabi ko 100, 200 na adjustment. Instead 200, 300. So ganun. I think 500 a week, medyo mabigat yun. Maano na yun. Ginagawa lang yung minus 500 initially. Kapag-complete natin ng TDE natin, then cut. Okay guys, Ram, so wala, I think mahirap sagutin yan. Individual tayo. So maraming ka-height mo, ka-weight mo, pero mag-iba kayo ng needs. Kasi Coach Carlo, I'm not sure ng weight ni Coach Carlo. Nasa 1.6 pa ata si Coach Carlo. Coach, yung sa kuro technique, kapag nakaupo, may nakukurot na madami. Kapag nakatayo, medyo konti na. Pag kasi John said, pag low body fat talaga, ako na rin mabot ka ng 10%, kahit nakaupo ka, konti na talaga yung nakukurot. So, yeah. It matters a little. Ryan, iba-iba kasi food intake, hindi naman to factor, hindi naman porque vegan siya, porque gulay lang kinakain niya, mas mataas metabolism niya. No, it's just about the calories. Yan, si Coach Carlo, 59.5, lowered to 1.5. So iba-iba tayo, kaya medyo mahirap sagutin. Saka yung kahit kunwari, same kayo ng calories, same kayo ng may factor din yung body fat distribution natin. Iba-iba tayo doon. So like ako, ang unang nagka-cut sa akin, nawawala ng fat is yung legs ko. So ito, pag tinignan mo yung legs ko dito, ito kahit yung high body fat ako, meron siyang cuts. So yan, parang di siya nawawala. So ang huli sa akin na babawasan is yung dito, yung harap. Yung likod ko, yan, mabilis din siya mag-shred. Pero napansin ko sa iba, sila Kevin, yung MF Challenge Champ, ang bilis ng front niya, yung abs niya, yung chest niya, huli yung back niya, huli yung legs niya. Paano namin mag-differentiate yung balat, ang nakukurot versus body fat, yung nakukurot? Kung gaano kakapal, Carlo, i-compare mo yung balat dun sa wrist mo, dun sa nakukurot mo sa tiyan mo. So that's the difference. Yung sa wrist, dito sa hand natin, sobrang nipis lang yan, wala tayong body fat dyan. Ayan yung balat lang talaga. Yeah, dakmain nyo siya, yung pinaka-dakma nyo, kung gaano kapal, yun yung fat. Yeah, more often than not, last place you gain is the first place you lose. Yep. Growth is the key. Okay, move tayo forward sa next question. I hope okay na yung adjustment So pag mabagal adjustment, hindi gumagalaw. Pag mabagal progress, hindi gumagalaw, yun lang yung solution, adjustment. So wala talagang ibang way, guys. So, di ba coach, 80 kg guy with 50% body fat aesthetic-wise looks better than 70 kg guy with 20-25% body fat. I think this is subjective, Carl. Kasi yung looks better, it's subjective So, yeah, ang general naman ito, as long as yung mas generally, people who have lower body fat look much better than those people with high body fat, physique-wise. So kahit hindi siya 80 kg, kahit 70 kg, kahit anong figures pa yan, pag-base lang tayo sa body fat. So generally, those people who have less body fat looks better than those who have high body fat. So the next pa yung factor dyan, yung muscle mass. Yeah, hindi natin siya pwede i-generalize. Yung isa mong friend, mas mababa weight sa akin, pero mas mukha siyang mataba. Yung factor din dito, yung muscle mass niya, yung body fat distribution niya. So pwedeng yung makita ka ng tao na same stats ni friend mo, pero ang ganda ng katawan. So gano'n. Okay, so dito na tayo, lumiliit. Insert body part, lumiliit. Chest, arms, shoulders ko, and feeling ko na ubos muscle ko. Hinihit ko naman yung protein lag. So meron ba ditong, ito yung concern? Me, sabi ni Yel. Arlo. Okay, Noel, Mandy, Rolando. Okay, ayos pala tong Q&A for may sasagot. Muscle growth and retention is mini gym progress. So yan yung best proxy for muscle growth, retention. Everything else is secondary. Maluwag dawit mo, lumilit body parts mo, secondary. Wala yan. We can ignore that. Di ba? Okay ba ito? Na-remind ba kayo dito sa ano natin? Ryan, medyo mahirap yung tanong mo. Bakit yung sa gym nakikita ko puro Johnny Bravo? I can't answer that. So, sino ba? Rolando, Mandy, Father Mandy, Noel, Yel. So, ito lang yung sagot. Yeah, it's normal na lumiliit yung ano natin, yung body parts natin. Kasi yun, reinforce natin na hindi lang tayo pure skin, bone, and muscle. Diba yung chest natin, yung shoulders natin, arms natin, lahat yan may body fat din. So, pag nagka-cut tayo, normal talaga na lilit sila, ninipis sila. So, I remember yung mga unang cut ko, medium pa ako dati kasi konti pa muscle mass. So, pag nagka-cut ako, nagiging small talaga yung size ng mga damit ko. So, ganun. But that doesn't mean na nauubos yung muscle ko. Kasi ito yung main na tinitignan. Baka kahit pa kunwari, medium ka, tapos naging small yung mga damit mo, pero yung gym progress mo, palakas ka ng palakas, then sign yun na you're not losing muscle, you're even gaining muscle. So, yun siya. So, ito, if you will remember, yung example natin sa week number 3. O, diba? Sabi niya, worry ako sa muscle loss kasi ang bilis pagbawas timbang ko at kulang din sa protein ko. So since natutunan niya yung number 3, sabi niya, since gym progress is the determining factor of muscle growth and retention, then I don't have to worry. Every gym ko naman lagi ako nakapag-add ng weight and reps using proper form. Therefore, I'm not losing muscle and even gaining some kahit pa numinipis ako, kahit pa lumiliit ako, kahit pa lumuluwag yung dami, kahit nabawasan yung chest ko. So ito, diba, gumawa tayo ng decision 3. Diba, pag nag-aalala tayo, am I losing muscle mass? Ang question is, am I consistently progressing on my exercises? Yes, then you're not losing muscle. Don't worry. But you can optimize that even further by improving all of this. So ito yung una laging tanong. Am I consistently progressing on my exercises? So kung sagot naman, no. Kung nag-aalala ka, nawawalan natin ako ng muscle, lumiliit lahat, mabawasan ako ng gym progress, ito yung tignan natin. If you're regressing week to week, dapat trend eh. Hindi siya yung one time lang na workout tayo ngayon, tapos nabawasan yung binubuhat natin. It doesn't automatically mean na nabawasan tayong muscle. Kasi one time lang siya eh. We can conclude na yes, nabawas na ubos yung muscle natin pag trend na siya. Losing muscle, but it's okay. Diba, hindi na natin kailangan mag-add ng stress dyan. Just take a look at these factors and adjust. So, ano ba yung protein intake ko? Hindi ko naman pala hinihit eh. O from starting tomorrow, gagawin ako na hit yung protein. Yung calories ko, sobrang drastic ata ang deficit ko. Parang 2% body fat, 2% weight loss na kukuha ko per week. Kamusta yung tulog ko? Hindi ata ako matutulog. Yan yung makakapag-improve ng progress mo sa gym. And again, if you're progressing sa gym, sa workouts mo, kahit ano pang mangyayari sa katawan, sa measurements mo, sa itsura mo, as long as you're gaining strength consistently sa gym, then you're not losing muscle. Okay to guys? Okay to Yel, Carlo, Noel, Father Mandy, Rolando, Jan said. Yeah, so ano lang, constant reminder lang. Mabawasan ba ako ng muscle? Balik tayo dito. Kumusta gym progress? Kung lumalakas ako, then don't worry. Yeah, so wala, hindi kayo nababawasan ng muscle. So yun lang, lagi niyong tandaan na we're not pure bone, skin, and muscle. So lahat ng lumiliit sa atin, ibig sabihin, nawawala yung taba. Even shoulders natin. Di ba kaya nga nagkaka-cuts yung shoulders sa yung arms natin? Kasi nawawala yung fat pag nag-diet tayo. So meron din taba dyan. Kung gusto nyo, again, balik tayo sa kurot technique. Kung gusto nyo malaman kung may taba, kung gaano karaming taba, yung nasa braso nyo, shoulders nyo, gawin nyo lang yung kurot technique. So ang kadalasan, ang kinukurot dito sa arms, di ba yung dito sa baba na area, sa tricep area. Di ba yan yung mga nilalay po eh, yung sa ilalim. So kurutin nyo yan, kung makapal na kukurot nyo, then marami siyang fat, marami pang kailangan alisin. Meron bang nakadakma? Ilang dangkal yung nakuha? Yeah, lahat ng parts. So lahat ng nakukurot nyo, fat yun. Manipis sa triceps. Ibig sabihin, yeah. Ano na yan, rice? Yung ganyan. Usually kasi sa chan talaga yung huli talagang mawawala yung fat.
So, i-drain niya muna lahat, yung mukha mo, yung shoulders mo, yung arms mo, papapayatin ka niya, pero sa huli pa siya maalis, yung sa belly fat. Okay guys, so no worries na sa muscle mass as long as you're progressively doing the work, adding weights, reps, volume, hindi ka na mawala ng muscle. So next question, hirap talaga ako sa food intake at pag-track ng calories. Ito yung biggest struggle ko. Sino dito? Ito yung concern. Me, tapos na problem craving, medyo pa. Galing. Good sa ako sa foods. Kasanay na. Okay. So, yeah, so I'm speaking for those na yung hirap pa in general. So parang most of you, halos lahat naman kayo, parang in control na, di ba? Pag ibig ko sabihin, yung pag sinabi mo, gusto ko, ito lang talaga, ito lang, yeah. Yeah, weekly meal plans, the way para kakainin lang. Hassle because of frequent meetings and work-related eating. Yeah, yung dopamine. Yeah, favorite ko lang yun. Kung gusto ko maging strict sa diet, yun nag-adjust din ako. Hindi ako kain ng mga matamis kasi eventually, after a couple of days, wala na yung cravings. Parang nagka-crave ka na sa chicken breast. Alam mo yun? Kasi yun na lang kinakain. Okay, so ito tayo. Hirap talaga ako sa food intake at pag-track ng calories. So reminder lang, ito yung pinakita ko sa week number 4. Yeah, kaya tayo nagugutom sa kaya tayo actually, relating to dopamine, di ba? Kaya tayo natatakam sa mga kasalanan ng pagkain kasi may comparison. Di ba? Pag na-stress tayo, gutom na gutom tayo, ang nagja-juggle sa ulo natin is yung mga paborito natin pagkain. Pero kung maalis sila, di ba? Easier said than done. Kung maalis sila, na if you will allow yourself to eat just a couple of, few rotation of meals, dito matatakam yung taste buds mo. So wala siyang hanapin na o gusto ko ng ice cream, gusto ko ng. So ito sa mga hirap i-handle yung food intake nila, yung calories nila. Ito yung example ko sa week number 3. So sabi ko doon, create your menu, rotation of a few meals with good macros. So ito like ako, may helper ako. Ito lang, naka-prepare na lagi, hindi ko ito iniisip. 320 grams of chicken breast, even sometimes 350 plus rice. So mag-adjust ako ng rice, depende sa dessert na kakainin. So yun lang, mag-rotate lang yan dito. May mga na-add na kami na something else na, curry, maganon. Okay, yun yung kinain ko kapag curry. So yun lang, ikot-ikot lang yung rotation meals ko. And that's it. Parang everyday, wala akong problema sa macros ko, sa calories ko. Kasi, di ba, gumawa ako ng menu, in-optimize ko, systematize ko yung food intake ko na, di ba, there's no way for me to fail. So yun, kung nahihirapan, kailangan mo siya i-solve dito. Kailangan mong tiisin na makagawa ng menu muna, hanap ka muna ng food mo, tapos pag nahanap mo na siya, or even you can look back at your MyFitnessPal logs, tignan mo doon, ano yung araw na na-hit ko yung macros ko, yung calories ko. Then pag nahanap mo siya, di ba, just build your menu, just build your food intake, daily meals around that. Kasi yun parang ang goal natin is to replicate your success. So kung nakakuha ka dun sa success, dun sa araw na yun, bakit hindi natin siya ulitin? Yun yung advice ko. Just, tiis ka. Parang bawasan mo yung variety, yung pag-crave sa variety, kasi dopamine lang yun. Yeah, yung sabi ni Carl, medyo meron video regarding diet. Not all the time you have to enjoy it. Kaya sa diet of matters is malapit ka sa goal. So ako, kasi I limited my options na, ako, enjoy ko talaga to. I look forward to always eating this. May variety pa rin kasi hindi ko alam ano yung niluto ni helper. Pero, pasok na siya, di ba? Hindi ko na siya isipin, pasok ko sa calories ko, hit ba ito yung protein. So it's possible. It's possible na meron kang rotation ng konting meals lang, pero mag-enjoy ka pa rin. So yun yung advice ko. Kung hirap ka, make some effort. Kasi yun yung problem yun yung biggest challenge mo, di ba? So bakit hindi natin siya i-solve? Kasi para sa akin, mas stressful yung hindi ko nakukuha yung goal ko, pero mayat-maya iba pagkain ko. Di ba parang mayat-maya, hindi ako pumapayat every week, na-stress ako. Ang kapalit nun, iba-iba kinakain ko. So parang hindi siya worth it. Yeah, medyo malakas ako. Tapos yung rice ko nga 600 to 800. So ito, alam ko marami sa inyo nito, hindi ko kayang kumain ng paulit-ulit. Kaya mo. Ano lang to limiting belief lang to Kaya mo naman. Pero yun nga, ang tanong dyan, ano ba mas importante sa'yo? Your results or your enjoyment? Yung variety. You can have both, yes. But there should be one that's more important. Choosing one will automatically compromise even a little the other one. And number 2, question, if you're 100% honest sa sarili mo, tingin mo ba hindi posible na mag-enjoy ka sa rotation ng konting meals lang when you can be fitter, healthier, sexier, and even enjoying more later on that way? Yun naman yun Kaya naman natin. Kaya natin kumain ng paulit. Actually, hindi ko naman ina-advise na everyday yun at yun kainin mo. But you can start with that, of course. Kasi ganyan yung meals na na-enjoy mo, tapos na-hit mo yung macros mo, you can start with that. Then pag nakuha mo na, pwede ka mag-add ng second set ng menu, ng meals. Kaya natin to. Or we can opt dito. Kung ayaw mong kumain pa ulit-ulit, which is, I know, kaya natin lahat yon. Dito tayo. So meal delivery services, saka yung fixed meal plans given by your coach, nutritionist, o kaya nasa Facebook group natin. Sobrang dami nun. Cook Clarence. Isang meal lang yon kasi one big meal lang ako, then shake talaga later. So yan, kung ang problem natin is yung consistency natin, accuracy natin sa calories, pag-track ng calories, tapos may resources naman tayo, bakit hindi natin gamitin? Ito yung nasa Facebook album natin. So the best for me is, of course, X-Pac Chef. May macros, may calories. Kasi iba, calories lang. Nakagaling, high protein. Yeah, you can opt for that. Pero, ayun nga, I think you have to be conservative sa pag-track mo. Pickle, alam ko na try mo na ba ito, Coach Carlo? Na-try ko na ata ito, okay din yan. Kaya sobrang mahal ng X-Pac Chef. Okay, so yeah, if you can nail down your consistency and accuracy of your food tracking in the next 50 days, your results will skyrocket. So meal delivery services, fixed meal plans, nasa Facebook natin, and eating the same meals over and over again, may good macros, these are the easiest solutions. Meron tayong resources, lahat nasa atin na. Tapos kung may pera ka, may budget ka naman, kung ayaw mo kumain ng paulit-ulit, then meal delivery service, yung ginawa ni Lyra. So lahat tayo may resources. Ang tanong, gaano mo ba kagusto magkaroon ng results? Yun lang naman yan eh. Kung nasa week 7 na tayo, 8 na tayo, and ito pa rin yung problem natin, then we have to do something about it. Kung gusto natin talaga ng results. Oops. Okay ba ito guys? May tanong ba dito sana? Ayan, si Richie. Marami itong masasuggest. I used to order lunchbox diet. Free delivery. May macros ba yan? Oh, ayan no. Yung macros lang nila, generic. Yeah, but that's good enough. Pwede ka mag-add na lang ng chicken breast mo or whey mo. Yeah, tama. Kung di-swak sa target mo, let's say ang hinihit mo 1.5 calories. So, pwede ka umorder ng 1,000 calories o 1,2 calories. Tapos yung 300, di ba, ikaw na lang, parang whey na lang or shake o chicken breast. Tapos meron din tayong kakapost lang ni Zach nito, yung pure foods, yung mga ready to serve na meals, meron yung macros eh. So, goods din yun. Actually, lahat ng resources nasa atin na. So, kailangan lang natin siya gamitin. Apply lang natin yun. Kung nalilito kayo, kinakrave nyo pa rin yung masasarap, mga makasalanan, pwede nyo i-detoxin yan eh. Dopamine detox lang din yan eh. Gano'n lang din siya. Diba? Para hindi ka mag-crave, pababain mo yung baseline mo ng dopamine sa food, yung taste palette mo, babago yun. May enjoy mo na yung mga boring na pagkain. Okay, dito tayo sa next question. Gusto ko ng results pero nawawala focus at motivation ko talaga. So meron pa rin ba dito yan? Meron pa yung meron pang struggling dito? Wala na after nung week 7. So pag nawawala yung focus at motivation, ito lang naman yan. Bawasan natin to, diba? Remove or lessen this. And put all your focus here. Yun lang naman siya. Kasi pag bumaba yung, kaya tayo nahihirapan ng focus, kaya tayo distracted, kaya mahina yung motivation natin, kasi accustomed pa si brain sa high dopamine stimulation. Diba? Kunwari, hindi dito yung baseline mo. Of course, nakatamad talaga gawin lahat to. Pero kung mapababa mo siya dito, ito na yung normal, ito na yung exciting. So kaya, mababa motivation natin, kulang pa tayo sa focus, kasi meron pa yung comparison si brain. Parang pag gagawin natin to, mag-gym tayo, mag-diet tayo, merong sa subconscious natin, may comparison. Nakakatamad yan. Parang mas enjoy yun. Parang mas enjoy mag-Facebook, mas enjoy mag-Netflix. Kung wala na sila, di ba? Kung unti-unti mo sila inalis, ito na exciting. Kasi ako, ito na exciting. Wala naman ako magagawin. Kaka-order ko lang Power of Now, Atomic Habits. Yeah, solid din. Power of Now, discover ko yan, baka siguro 9 years, 10 years ago. Until now, binabasa ko pa rin. Pinapakinggan, mas meditative yung experience pag nakinig ka sa boses ni Eckhart. Wait lang, going back. Yeah, yung motivation, pag binawasan mo to, sure ball, tataas yung interest mo dito. So pag ano lang, pag kinukulang ng motivation, pag kumakapit na, rewatch nyo lang siguro yung week number 7 natin. Kasi sila, sila DM, yung mga Kaizen members natin, sila Bogs, parang tatlong beses daw nila pinanood ng replay. So yeah, ito lang yun. Kaya wala tayong motivation, may comparison pa kasi addicted pa tayo dito. So bawas lang. So yan, kung gusto mo ayaw mo ng cold turkey, pwede mo i-underload. So pagising mo, huwag ka mag-check ka lang, manood ka ng Netflix, social media, at the end of the day. Tapos yung pakikipag-away sa politics, bawasan natin kasi dopamine yun eh. So, ayun muna gawin natin. Morning routine, low dopamine task first like reading, meditating, planning, workout, yan muna yung unahin natin para pababa lang siya. Para walang comparison dito sa, diba, pag chinek mo yung phone mo, umpisa agad, nandito agad si dopamine. So pag bumaba ka dito, ang hirap na kasi boring na eh. Nag-decommit na ako sa politics engagement. Nice. Congrats. Ang hirap niyan, odds ha. Active ka dyan eh, di ba? Yeah, pero yeah, big help talaga yan. Pag nabawasan yan, kasi pag nasanay ka dyan, ang taas kasing dopamine dyan eh. Diba, kahit di naman politics, kahit makipag-argue ka dati, ano ba yung nakipag-argue ka dati? Yung admin ako dati ng mga Android, yung mga mobiles. So mayroon pang away-away Android versus iPhone. Yeah, sobrang draining talaga. So, wala talaga. Nakakasira ng araw. So snowball yan sa negative habits. So yun lang. Pababayin natin yung baseline natin, dopamine day in, day out. And gugulat ka, lalo yung mga nag-cold turkey dito. I'm sure sobrang ganado nila sa mga low dopamine activities. And of course, balikan natin tong week number 5 natin, yung about motivation din, yung dip. So kung ang goal mo talaga, makakuha talaga ng matinding transformation after 100 days, so dito natin gamitin to. Itong decreasing reasons to stop. So ito, day 50 na tayo, halfway na tayo. I'm sure, ang dami sa inyo nakuha ng magandang results. Para magtuloy-tuloy yan, kasi from this day on, it's gonna be boring na talaga kasi wala nang novelty. Paulit-ulit na lang ginagawa natin. Dito natin gamitin tong pag-level up ng commitment. So naalala ko sila Dex, nag-book sila ng photoshoot, yung group niya. Sabay-sabay sila. Ayun, pwede nyo i-try yan. Para alam yun, wala nang atasan. Parang giving yourself zero chance na mag-quit. Kasi 50 days na lang naman eh. Diba? Pag naabot mo yung 100 days, pag nakompleto mo yung 100 days, I know, for many of you, it's going to be your first time na makakakommit ka sa ganun. Yeah, mag-book na kayo ng beach trip. Pero ito, powerful talaga ito. Photoshoot. Tapos, sharing your commitment in public, leveling up your accountability groups, taasan yung stakes lalo, make it super hard for you to not commit. Basically, giving yourself, wala talagang option na mag-quit ka. Kasi hatakin ka yan. Wala pa tayo sa wala pa tayo sa, nasa dip pa tayo. Wala pa tayo sa 66 days. So malakas pa yung tawag dyan ng, tama na yan, tigil mo na yan. Abs reveal. Oo, yan. Sabi ni Rice, post ng abs reveal by May 12. Post kayo ng ganyan. O kaya, simple lang na hindi naman drastic na, alam mo yun, sobrang pressure na. At alam mo yun, pwede yung, I'm trying to lose weight, ganito, sa May 11 yung deadline, and I'm posting this so I can be accountable to all of you. Something like that. pwede apply dyan, Rice, yung creator versus consumer. Post lang, alis na. Sensya na sa team ko na nape-pressure sa pinagagawa ko. Dapat ma-inspire sila sa'yo, Danny, kasi sobrang ganda ng results mo. Okay guys, apply natin to. Actually, gusto ko magkaroon kayo ng takeaway dito. Kasi sayang to eh. Kung, di ba ang sabi ko doon, ito, next. Di ba ito yung sabi ko doon sa week 5 eh. Have the self-awareness na pag hirap ka na or pag alam mong andun ka na sa threshold ng dieting mo, body fat percentage mo, yung pinapatigil ka na ng utak mo, ang advice ko, don't do it alone. Instead, borrow strength from other commitment levels. Set yourself up na hindi magiging option yung quitting. And the only way is to succeed. So burn the boats. 100 days in the making para regalo ko sa sarili ko. May 12 pala last day na guys. Yeah, so do everything. Ang dami natin pwede gawin para mabawasan yung option natin na mag-quit. So hanap kayo doon ng pwede nyo gawin. So ayan, sabi ni Noel, nakabook na photoshoot May 8. Kaya yung photoshoot talaga favorite kaya kasi wala nang kurungan yan eh. Sa photoshoot eh, alam mo yung purpose talaga, pakita mo yung katawan. Yeah, so congrats sa mga may next level commitment, advanced commitment. Props to all of you. So yan. Lagay ko na lang sa action items, baka makaisip kayo. So next tayo, tapos yung mga questions. How to get even better results in the next 50 days. Patrinel, yeah, pwede ako magbigay ng tips sa mga photoshoot. Pero ang requirement ko, dapat you have to be at 10% body fat. Kasi doon lang tatalabi mga optimization din. Okay, dito tayo, how to get even better results in the next 50 days. So week 1 natin, recap, the only 5 steps you need to have an incredible transformation. Goal, right knowledge, consistency, adjustment, time, and patience. So naniniwala ba kayo na ito lang yung kailangan natin? So ngayon, nasa week 7 na kayo, nakita nyo na paano, nagawa nyo na, na-experience nyo na, naniniwala ba kayo na ito lang ang kailangan natin para makuha yung dream body natin, yung katawan na gusto natin? Yes, coach, huwag nagawin komplikado. Yes. Okay, so I would assume most of you would agree na ito lang talaga, kasi ito lang talaga. So, ito na yung, so far, ito na yung mga na-discuss natin. Week 1, tinuro ko sa inyo yung high-level mindset, saka habits, at saka kanyang goal, consistency, time, patience. Week 2, tinuro na natin yung program, yung nutrition, yung workout, yung steps, yung cardio, supplements. So, nakakuha na natin yung enough knowledge yan. Week 3, making adjustments. So, na-checkan dyan yung crucial importance ng adjustment, yung diniscuss natin kanina. So, umpisa yung Q&A. And then, tinuro na natin yung mga hacks, mindset, behavioral nutrition para matulungan tayo dito sa doing part. Ito yung doing part weeks 1 to 3. And nagturo tayo ng mga lessons regarding motivation, sa pag-program sa subconscious natin, pagbawas ng mga hindi naman importante para yung mga importante mas maging interesting. And then nag-offer tayo ng weekly coaching calls to help you with all of this. And deloads, of course, na-discuss natin week 6. So question 1, do you believe that you already have all you need to transform your body? Naniniwala ba kayo? Na alam nyo na lahat ng kailangan nyo malaman. Yes, yes. Execution lang talaga, yes. Execution. Tama, kasi di ba kailangan lang naman natin enough knowledge. Naturo ko na sa inyo lahat. Yes, pero seeking pa din some more knowledge. Okay. Question 2, have you gotten results doing this? Itong naturo natin so far. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yes. So I'm sure yung mga hindi nakakuha ng results, may hiya sila mag-chat. Pero sa mga hindi pa nakakuha ng results, ito lang yan. If you're not getting results, it's probably because you're lacking this. Consistency, adjustment. Yan lang naman siya. And to get better at consistency, you have to apply this. Kasi ito yung doing part, kailangan natin gawin to. Kung medyo sablay tayo dito, ito yung mga hacks natin. Ito yung mga supporting lessons natin para magawa natin to ng mas madali. So apply lang natin to. And of course, ito. So maraming, ito sayang talaga yung opportunity sa mga coaching calls. Kasi ako, me and my friends, nagbabayad kami sobrang mahal. So, pag ganun, pag nagbayad ka na ganun, kailangan mong sulitin for you to learn. But for you to be able to help yourself, you need to ask help sa mga taong mas may alam sa'yo. So, huwag natin unahin yung hiya, yung ganun. Kung struggling tayo, kung hindi natin nakuha yung results natin, kailangan natin maximize to. Kasi kami ng Coach Carlo, sobrang willing naman kami tumulong. Yun talaga yung goal. Yun nga yung yun yung number 1 ko. On top of everything else, gusto ko magkaroon din ng results. So next one, and to get better at the adjustment part, you have to nail down consistency first. Kasi kung wala kang consistency, wala kang makukuha data na gagawin na reference para sa adjustment mo. So kailangan consistency muna. So apply natin itong mga to. And after mo maging consistent, yun nga, mapupunta ka na dun sa next na problem na consistent ako pero mabagal weight loss ko or hindi ako nababawasan. So doon napapasok si adjustment. So yan lang naman pag-solve ng wala kang results dito sa Kaizen. So pag na-apply mo na lahat, and if you're applying everything, then there's no way for you to get 0 results. Kasi ito na yan Check na natin lahat Di ba naniniwala man tayo na ito lang yung kailangan natin. Yung 5 steps to get an amazing transformation. And lahat yan na-cover yan dito sa Kaizen program. So next question, if you're already getting results using this system, what do you think you need to do to get even better results by day 100? Ano yung kailangan yung gawin? Time and patience and consistency. Adjust plus consistency, wait. Okay, so ito lang yung pinakasagot dyan. Tactic-wise, If you're already getting results using the system, you just have to keep doing them and do them even better. That's just it. Kasi gumagana naman siya, di ba? Nakuha tayo results eh. So para maabot natin yung mas magandang results sa day 100, you just have to keep doing them and do them even better. So sinasabi ko to para dun sa, kasi nasa deep stage tayo, ito yung time na majority ng mga tao maghahanap na sila ng bagong program. Ng mga bagong shiny objects. Tapos na ako sa program na yan, lipat naman ako. Kahit alam nilang gumagana naman, kahit nabawasan naman sila, kahit, di ba, kahit nakuha naman nila yung results nila in 50 days, nakuha sila magandang results. So yun lang, just keep doing this kasi this works. Na-witness nyo naman yan sa mga kaklase nyo dito sa Kaizen, di ba? And if applying this work for you in the first 50 days, why would not they work again for the next 50 days? Ulitin lang. Yun lang talaga, magiging boring siya. Pero yun nga, doon tayo makaka-create ng champions. Kaya sobrang achievement, just imagine yourself, natapos mo yung 100 days. Diba? Kahit i-disregard natin yung results eh. Just imagine, natapos nyo yung 100 days. Parang ang sarap sa pakiramdam yun, diba? I know a lot of you, most of you, nasasabihin nila, first time ko na-commit ng ganun katagal. Iba yung belief nun eh, na makakreate niya sa sarili natin. So ang analogy ko dito, if you're applying this work for in the first 50 days, why would not they work again for the next 50 days? So ang analogy ko dito, ito, yung Biogesic. So itong Biogesic, diba? So ito, ang gusto ko i-point out dito, yung problem and solution. Itong Biogesic, pag masakit ulo ko, ito lagi iniinom ko. So bakit Biogesic? Kasi siya yung gumagana. Meron sa inyo, diba? Ang gumagana sa inyo, Advil, ano pa ba? Yung alam ko, Advil, Biogesic. So ikaw ba, kunwari, masakit ulo mo, sasabihin mo ba, ay, ayoko na ng Biogesic, na-try ko na yan. Ibang gamot naman. Di ba hindi? Kasi yun eh, ang gusto mo i-solve yung problem mo. And nasosolve siya ng Biogesic at gumagana siya. So the same with fitness, the same with any fitness program na itatry mo. So kung gumagana naman si program, bakit ka maghahanap ng Advil? Biogesic pa rin. Eh, gumagana eh, bakit ang magtatry? So yun lang, just stick to the program. Just stick to the Kaizen system. Do them again and do them even better. So instead of seeking for more knowledge, more shiny object, more everything, execute on the other steps. Huwag na tayo maghanap ng more knowledge. Kaya yung lesson to sa week 7, diba? Instead of adding, remove. Kung gusto mo ng mas matinding results, mas focus ka sa fitness, just remove the things na makakadistract sa'yo sa fitness. Yun lang siya. So the secret of success is just getting brilliant at the basics. That is doing the boring stuff over and over again until it becomes your second nature. So again, nandito pa tayo sa deep stage. Plateau of latent potential. Ito yung normal reaction na wala naman ako ng weight, wala nangyari sa katawan ko, magbagal ng weight loss ko, ganyan-ganyan. Kasi wala pa tayo dito. So pag nakarating ka dyan, pupunta ka na doon. Exponential ang progress. So kaya huwag tayo quit. Alagaan natin motivation natin, alagaan natin yung gigil natin. Kaya diniscuss natin yung magbuka yung photoshoot, next level commitment. Kasi imagine, andito ka na, ang layo ng nalakbay mo. Andito ka na. Pag nag-quit ka, babalik ka na naman dyan. Maubos yung habit strength mo. And then, shiny object ka, ibang program na naman. And then, kaganyan ka na naman. Pupunta ka dito, quit ka na naman. Eh kung andito ka na, ituloy mo na siya, di ba? Hanggang day 100. Okay guys, so dito tayo. Laban pa. Gawin na natin lahat para hindi tayo bumalik dito sa umpisa. Ganyan nga. Dalawang kita natin, week number 1, ang goal ng Kaizen program is to not give you more knowledge. Execution yung focus dito. Kasi execution yung magbibigay sa atin ng results. And itong sagot kanina, just keep doing them, di ba? For us to get better results sa next 50 days, sabi natin, just keep doing this and do them even better. Pwede tayo mag-zoom in pa dito sa do them even better. Kasi meron akong tool na ituturo sa'yo paano ko nagagawa na gawing better yung every week ko. So ito yung advice niya. Do more of what works and less of what doesn't. May nakarinig na ba sa inyo to? So do more of what works and less of what doesn't work. So ang gusto kong i-point out dito is this. Yung weekly review natin. Ang purpose niyan, to learn from our wins and mistakes and to quickly course correct to be on track with our 100-day goal. So I know, most people, kasi tine-check ko yung mga spreadsheets nyo, ang dami sa inyo na hindi naman siniseryoso to. Ang dami yung, alam mo, may malagay lang tayo. But this is the one of the tools that got me to where I am today. Sobrang, kung pepresyohan ko to, siguro I would call this may 100 million to, kasi yan yung nabenta ko, lahat total sales na nabenta ko, katawan ng buo ko, lahat ng success ko. Nakuha ko yan dyan sa weekly review. So this is the tool that gave me the success in fitness, business, personal life, family, relationships. So pakita ko sa inyo yung ito yung nasa natin, di ba? Sa Kaizen natin, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 questions. So gusto ko ituro sa inyo yung ginagawa ko every Sunday. So medyo mas mahaba siya ng konti. So instead of 4 lang yung tanong, parang 8 yun. Pero ano yun, medyo deeper, dive deeper yun. So pakita ko yung template. So every Sunday, ayan. Weekly review. Every Sunday, I do this. So ngayon, gagawin ko siya after nitong Kaizen natin. Ayun lang. So first question, ito ginagawa na natin. Lista natin lahat ng wins natin kasi we want to feel grateful. We want to train ourselves to look for the good. Yan yung magre-replace ng mga negative thoughts natin. Hindi naman natin pwede sabihin, ayoko na maging nega. So para ma-replace siya, we have to train ourselves, our mind to always think, to always look for the good stuff. So next one, pag nalagay na yung wins mo, ako sobrang haba ng wins ko lagi, maabot na parang 50 yan. So binasa mo lang siya, di ba? Step aside. Number 2 question, what did I want to happen last week? What were the goals I want to achieve? And then, what actually happened? Nagawa ko ba? Hindi ko ba nagawa? Bakit? What were my biggest obstacles? What are the lessons I learned this week? Were there any regrets, frustration? What worked? What didn't work? What 3 to 5 things need to happen to make this week better than the last? So ito may sagot. Yung isa kong template, merong sagot. Example lang. Yeah, sobrang nito. I'm not sure kung kaya ko i-express kung gaano ka-importante ito, but yung ever since nag-entrepreneur ako, galing from a tambay. Take note tambay ako dati. So if you think you can do what I have done today, yung nagawa ko sa fitness o kung saan man, kaya-kaya niyan. Kasi ako, wala naman ako napatunayan dati. So ito lang yung process ko every week, ito yung ginagawa ko. So example, list all my wins. So hit PR, workouts, 10K steps consistently. So what did I want to happen last week? What were the goals I wanted to achieve? So kunwari, goal mo, perfect habit scores. Hindi sa akin to guys. Example ko lang kunwari, client. Get perfect habit scores, hit 1.6 calories average, subscribe to meal delivery services to improve my consistency and accuracy even more sa food tracking. So what actually happened? So 1 to 3, 10, parang ima-match mo lang anong nangyari. I wasn't able to get perfect habit scores because I didn't hit 1.6 calories because I was able to subscribe to a meal delivery service because, lagay mo lang. So parang nagda-dive deep ka, nagsa-self-reflect ka. So what were my biggest obstacles? So nilagay ko dito, social media distractions. I have a bad habit of starting my day with high dopamine activities. That's why doing the boring stuff is super hard. So next, I have a lot of sinful foods sa ref ko. My willpower is getting drained because of them. So next question, what are the biggest lessons I learned from last week? So I thought I was going to be able to resist the social media temptation first thing in the morning, but it was difficult. I need to buy a physical alarm clock and put my phone away from my bed so I can't reach it. So next lesson, I bought a lot of tempting foods at the grocery, thinking that I already have built enough discipline to not be tempted by them. Now they're draining my willpower and making it harder for me to reach my goals. And next, adding more really does not help. This applies to dieting as well. The more I crave for variety, the more my focus gets diluted because my brain keeps asking for more. Yan yung biggest lessons. Nakuha nyo guys, parang slingshot na parang you're gonna step back, you're gonna reflect, you're gonna look back ano nangyari sa last week mo so you can prepare for a better week. So what worked this week? So not starting my day with phone checking, I was able to do it some days and my morning went perfect. So kailangan natin i-capture ano yung nag-work o ano yung nag-work last week para next week, ulitin lang natin siya. So next, having a rule to only watch Netflix when I'm on a treadmill, also when listening to coaching calls. This is how I hit 10K steps consistently. So capture again. Next, rotating on a few meals with good macros makes it easy for me to hit calories and protein. So capture ulit. So capture lang and then repeat. So ano yung hindi ko mana? Stocking sinful foods in the refrigerator drains my willpower. So next time, hindi na ako bibili sa groceries. Checking my phone first thing in the morning. Stop adding more and do more stuff to maintain my focus on the important things. And the last question, what 3 to 5 things need to happen to make this week better than the last? So the first one, buy an alarm clock and put phone away my bed before sleep. Do my morning routine first before checking my phone. Throw away all the sinful foods from my fridge at wag na bumili next time. Subscribe to meal delivery services for the next 50 days. 5, continue watching Netflix and listening to coaching calls while doing treadmill walk to easily hit steps. So yun na, may plan of attack ka na for the next coming weeks that will make that week super duper better. Kasi in-analyze mo, ano yung di gumana, ano yung lessons ko, ano yung obstacles ko. So this week, alam na natin gagawin, may action steps na tayo. And then, ang ginagawa ko, after ko i-list tong 5 na to, and after listing the task for the week, ini-schedule ko agad sa to-do apps ko, calendar apps ko. Agad-agad. Parang si Coach Carl, nabanggit niya yan, pag may pumasok sa isip mo na kailangan gawin, ilagay mo na agad. Diba? Hindi mo siya kailangan tandaan, ilagay mo na siya agad doon sa to-do app mo para hindi siya makalimutan. Then Sunday evening, ngayon Sunday, i-review ko tong weekly review notes ko, then do priming before sleep. So ibig sabihin ng priming, kay Tony Robbins ko na natutunan, para meditation lang siya. Mayroong gratitude, ano yung gusto mong mangyari. And basta yun, giving lang, makikita niyo sa YouTube yan. So ipaprime ko lang to, parang maging grateful ako what happened this week, siguro 15 to 20 minutes, tapos i-imagine ko yung week ko, ano mangyari, in-imagine ko successful siya, in-imagine ko nagawa ko ng lahat to, successful ako. Yun yung gagawin ko before ako matulog ng Sunday. So by Monday, ready to attack na. Diba? Ano ka na? Super pumped up and hyped ka na to start your week and do it better than the last. Then, itong last, I constantly review this throughout the week. Kasi may mga task ka dyan na, okay, baka nakalimutan mo yung lessons mo, yung mga obstacles mo, you just have to remind yourself. Huwag kang bumili. Social media distraction, ganyan nga nangyari last week. So ayan, lalagay ko sa action items nito. Okay ba ito guys? Nakuha niyo ba yung value? Kasi ito talaga yun eh. Nakuha ko yung first million ko, ilang million na ngayon, dahil dito. Nakuha ko yung katawan na gusto ko, dream body ko, dahil yan dito. Naging, alam mo yun, na-hit ko yung relationship goals, yung family goals ko, dahil dito. Kasi nagre-reflect ako every week. So parang ano natin, sa fitness natin, di ba, tinitignan natin yung data natin, yung weight natin, ito rin yun, same din yun. Ang kanya lang, numbers yun. Ito, self-reflection. Ano yung behaviors natin, yung mindset natin, na gumagana, hindi gumagana. Para yung mga gumagana, mag-double down ako next week. Kaya yung mga hindi gumagana, alisin ko siya. Yeah, sobrang solid nito. Sobrang never goes a week without me doing this. Kasi hindi ko kaya yung mag-start yung Monday ko nang wala akong plan. Kasi yun yung gusto natin eh. Di ba yung pagdating ng week na yun, execute na lang. Ayaw na natin i-drain yung willpower, yung decision bandwidth natin sa ano ba gagawin ko, ano ba gagawin ko this week. Yeah, sabi ni Coach Carlos, sobrang powerful ng weekly review, recap everything, realign for the coming week, figure out your big rocks for the coming weeks, then time block na sa calendar. Yeah, sobra. So ako, may ginagawa pa ako dito, ayoko lang kayo ma-overwhelm. After doing this, kasama sa priming ko yan, nire-review ko yung values ko, yung beliefs ko, yung goals ko, yung mission ko, yung vision ko, and I make sure na everything is still aligned. Lahat ng actions ko, lahat ng isa-set ko for this week, align papunta dun sa goal ko. Align dun sa pinaniniwalaan ko, sa principles ko. Kasi ako nag-create ako ng rules sa sarili ko na for me to feel successful, for me to practice integrity, for me to practice this and that. Ito yung kailangan kong gawin. So nire-review ko siya, medyo mahaba yun, parang book yun, ginawa ko yun. Yeah, so every year nag-update ako nun, yung vision, mission, principles ko, values ko, yung character ko, diba yung pinakita ko sa inyo ng week 1, yung character traits ng next level cho. Kasi we have to remember na etong current version natin, hindi siya yung makakakuha ng goal na sineset natin. We have to be different. Diba? Kaya sa week 1 natin, tinuro ko sa inyo yung failure costume. Kasi kailangan natin alisin yun. Kailangan natin alisin yung alam ko na yan, hindi ako ganyan. Hindi importante yan. Especially yung hindi ako ganyan. Yun yung super limiting yun eh. Hindi ako ganyan. Kaya ka hindi ka ganyan. Kaya wala ka nun. Kasi baka dahil hindi ka ganyan. Ayaw magbago eh. So this is, itong weekly review, this is how you sculpt your ideal you every week. Okay ba ito guys? Gusto niyo ba ito? Oops, sorry. Hindi pa pala ako tapos. So, yeah, this is the tool that gave me the success, fitness, business, personal life, family, relationship. Kahit ano pang kailangan mo, ito yun. Ito yung tool na yun. Every week, huwag mong pabayaan. Every week, dapat may calibrating tayo. Hindi na tayo. Parang sa fitness, if you're not losing weight ng 1 week, 2 weeks, hindi mo na kailangan mag-antay ng 1 year before ka mag-adjust, di ba? Adjust na agad. So, ito yun, every week. So, ganyan yung process ko. Flawless execution, every single week. So of course, una dito yung pag-create, although nagawa niyo na naman yun, di ba nag-create tayo ng vision natin, ng goals natin, kasi yun yung mag-dictate sa anong mga actions natin. So again, nakwento ko, gagawin ko yung weekly review, magsiset ako ng goals for this week, bato ko agad sa calendar ko, sa to-do app ko, and then Monday to Friday, I execute. So pwedeng fitness to, pwedeng, di ba? Kung ano kasi nakaset na, for example, ano ba yun? Sige nga, balik tayo dun. Wait lang ah. So kunwari, ito. Buy alarm clock and put phone away before bed. So buy alarm clock, i-schedule ko na agad yan. Right? Click, schedule when, lalagay ko Monday or Tuesday. So do my morning routine first before checking my phone. Ang gagawin ko dito sa to-do app ko, lalagay ko repeat. Gagawin ko recurring. Monday to Sunday. Throw away all sinful foods from my fridge. Schedule ko to ng Monday agad kasi ayoko nang i-drain yung willpower ko. Monday pa lang. Gusto ko itapon agad. Subscribe to meal delivery service. So Tuesday, gagawin ko siya. Schedule ko agad. Basta pag nag-set tayo dito, lagay agad natin. Sa app or whatever, notebook, o kung saan man. So, to continue watching Netflix, listening to coaching calls, o gagawin ko dyan recurring. Para pag open ko ng to-do ko, nakikita ko yung mga recurring ko. Do morning routine, continue watching Netflix. Alam mo yung parang constant reminder ako. So that's how I do it. And then execute, and then do a review again. Diba, nagawa mo ba? What did I want to happen? Oh, meal delivery service, continue walking, blah, blah, blah. What actually happened? Oh, nagawa ko lahat. Biggest obstacle. Ganun lang, calibrate. Ryan, hindi mo naman kailangan ibang lahat ng goals mo. You can do this sa fitness. Kasi applicable to sa fitness. Hindi lang naman sa lahat. Kung fitness yung priority mo ngayon, lagay mo yung mga goals relating to fitness. Diba? Kung ito, applicable pa rin naman tong forest sa fitness eh. Self-control. Kunwari, dinadala mo yung laptop mo sa phone mo sa gym. Kunwari, hindi ka mapagpigil, check ng phone, gamitan mo ng forest, self-control. So kahit saan to. And this can help you sa fitness by a lot. Okay guys, so summary tayo, final thoughts. Grabe, sabi ko mabilis lang yan, 2 hours pa rin pala. So 51 days left before the 100 days challenge ends. Second half na tayo. Ang bilis. So the biggest mistake most knowledgeable people in fitness make tayo is seeing their metrics not moving anymore, and yet ayaw pa rin mag-adjust. If your biggest challenge is your food tracking, inconsistency, and inaccuracy, then opt for fixed meal plans, delivery services, and eating the same meals over and over again. If that's what's hindering you from getting results, then it's unwise to not solve it, especially if you have the resources. If you're having difficulty focusing, maintaining motivation, it's because your brain is accustomed to high dopamine stimulation. So do a detox. Also, don't rely on yourself. Borrow strength from other commitment levels. Book a photo shoot. The Kaizen system works. Alam niyo naman yan. Na-prove niyo na. You just have to do it again. Do it better for the next 50 days. And your longer version ng weekly review will surely help in making you execute better. Week 8 action items are already posted in a private group. Do them ASAP and make a commitment that you will do even better in the second half. So ito naman yung isa sa action items natin dito sa week number 8. So since halfway na tayo, kailangan natin i-renew yung 2.0 na goals, vision, character, identity natin. And we will do that by leveling up yung worksheet na ginawa natin from week number 1. So ngayon, maglalagay na tayo ng vision board, maglalagay na tayo ng mga pictures. Ito, pakita ko sa inyo. So pag punta nyo dito pag nakita nyo yung action items for week 8, ito yung makikita nyo dito sa unang part. So create your 2.0 manifesto. Vision board and next level 2.0. So ang ipapadownload ko sa inyo dito is either Keynote or PowerPoint. Depende anong gamit mo, Mac or Windows. So let's say binuksan natin itong Keynote. Makikita natin dyan is this. Yan. So blank, siya, yan, nakalagay blank template to. Makikita nyo yung instructions dito, basahin lang natin. Ayun lang. Basically, this is a vision board na book style. So hindi lang kasi siya vision board, meron tayong identity board, vision board, and accomplishment board. Malalaman nyo anong difference niyan dito. Basahin nyo lang siya. And also here, lalagay kayo ng affirmations. And then, yung 2.0 character worksheet na makikita nyo dito, ito pa rin yung ginawa natin sa week 1. So basically, ang gagawin nyo lang dito, since ang dami yung blank dito, is you can just copy kung ano yung mga sinulat mo nung week number 1. Or kung gusto mo naman baguhin, feel free to do so. Kasi for sure, na-realize mo na, or kung may na-realize ka man na iba na yung goals mo nung week number 1 versus ngayong week number 8, pwede mo na siyang ibahin. So itong document na to, itong Keynote or PowerPoint, you have to treat this as a live document. So pwede mo siyang i-update regularly, even daily. Kasi let's say may naalala kang hindi mo nalagay dito, you can put it here the moment na maalala mo sila. So, di ba pinakolect ko kayo ng mga photos the other week? So, ang gagawin mo lang, yun lang, paste mo lang siya dito. So, pakita ko sa inyo yung example ng sa akin. Ayan. So, ano title nito? Ayan. 2.0 Manifesto, Cholim Example. Ayusin natin, gawin natin, page by page. Ayan. So, ito yung sa akin. 2.0 Identity Board. So kung kailangan nyo na reference, ano yung lalagay nyo dito, ay lang. Ano yung nakalagay dito sa identity board? Ito yung mga taong nag-inspire sa akin. Ito yung mga, pwede silang tawagin na aspirations ko, mga taong I aspire to become. Or pwede rin, kung mas mag-resonate sa'yo, ito yung mga alter egos mo. So pwede ka maglagay ng maraming tao dyan. Ang idea nito is, kung meron kang mga idols, let's say sa movies, like ito si Greyman, alam mo yun, yung may traits sila na gusto mong makuha, ma-apply sa 2.0 character mo. So, ganun siya. And next, vision board. Ayan, ito yung goals mo in the future. Ito yung sa akin. And then, accomplishment board. Ayan, yung mga na-achieve mo na. Bakit kailangan to? To remind yourself na marami ka na na-achieve. to make you feel grateful. Di ba yun yung pinapractice natin dito sa Kaizen? So hindi lang puro tayo future, but also you have to look back dun sa mga wins natin for the past weeks, months, and even years. Para lang maalala natin na ang layo na pala ng narating natin. And then, affirmations. Ayan, ganyan lang siya. And then the rest, kinopy ko lang from week number 1 worksheet. Ayan lang siya. So, ayun lang. Ano pa ba? So ako naka-instruct naman dito. I read this daily, twice a day. Binabasa ko talaga siya, ninanamnam ko siya, and if I'm pressed on time, kukuha lang ako siguro scan ko lang siya, kukuha ko dito ng page na focusan ko, and then that's just it. Hindi naman kailangan everyday basahin mo yung lahat, pero ideally ganun yung ginagawa ko. Pag kulang lang ako sa oras, mamimili lang ako anong page yung tatambayan ko. And then yun yung i-visualize ko, doon ako mag-affirm. So ganyan lang siya. Ano pa bang kulang? I think that's it. And just enjoy. Seryosohin nyo to. Again, what you put out is what you will get back. So enjoy creating your manifesto. Okay guys, so kung dadamihan kayo, ito lang yung big 4 ko, naglagay akong takeaway ko. Kasi ito yung gusto kong tatak sa ma-imprint sa, taalala nyo talaga. So make adjustments in your first one. The magic is in the consistent doing of this. Next, opt for fixed meal plans, meal delivery services, eating the same meals over and over again, just for the next 50 days. Next, do a dopamine detox to increase your motivation to do the hard things. Also, burn your boats and give yourself no option to quit. Level up your commitment, raise stakes. The next 50 days will be boring and difficult, and you have to prepare for this. And lastly, take the after action weekly review seriously. Don't half-ass it, because half-assing it will also give you half-ass results. What you put out is what you get back. So yun talaga, secret ko talaga yun yung weekly review process ko Pero sinare ko sa inyo. Sobrang magiging successful kayo. Huwag nyo lang pakawalan.